Yeah, so it's funny, man, because I was, this is like one of these cool things that happens in the studio. As I was playing my synth here, the Moog, I'm creating just sequences and loops and stuff. Let that go. So I'm creating loops here with the Moog. I don't know. And I'm kind of in the middle of this. I've recorded a few things, including this one right here. So I'm recording all this stuff, and then I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I actually want to run this through tape. So I turn on the tape. I'm wiring everything, and while I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, let me bring in a drum loop just so I can, test it and see if everything's all right with the volumes and everything. And I'm kind of just looping it. Let me just loop it. I tap on the pad, and I don't even look at the BPM or anything, and it starts looping. I think this is at different BPMs, and if I'm not mistaken, let me just go here. Let me just listen to this. Right? So that is looping, and it's kind of funky. So it's kind of weird because it's looping at a different BPM. So there's that little jump that it does, but it doesn't sound too bad. It still sounds that it's in sync, it's in time. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just testing it, not paying too much attention to it. And then I just start bringing in tapping in for fun, just tapping in on the stuff that I did here with the Moog. And as I do that, the thing starts playing. I'm like, you know what? It actually plays quite well. So I'm going to take this. And it's just one of those things, man, that, without you noticing, you're creating something that you enjoy, and it's like that. Especially, it just breaks away from those BPM things. As I'm putting everything together, I'm thinking, like, you know what, this actually sounds quite beautiful. And it might just be my mind, man, but I don't know if this sounds good to you. But these things that are out of sync, and in this particular case, I'm like, I must have like 3 different BPMs playing at the same time. We got the BPM of the sequence, you got the BPM of the drum loop, and then you got the BPM of the synth, and they're all coming in and out of time, but everything feels like it's just natural. I think, and I love that. I love finding these sweet spots of when I'm making beats. And this is why I talk about, sometimes of letting go of control and stuff like that, without being too accurate or trying to make sure that everything is in time. That's the thing that I try to get away from most of the time. I recorded it into tape as well, so we should be hearing it. There you go. I just love it, man. We can definitely introduce more stuff over this. And the idea is that, it's all out of sync, but everything is speaking to one another. Like, all these pieces are speaking to one another. Like, there's a connection, even though everything's like a different place, or, nothing is looping quite right. This is the first time I'm actually looking at the BPM. I swear, like, I'm not even looking at BPMs. Even when I was recording, I didn't know what the BPM on the sequence was. Right now, I'm checking just to make sure that I'm not saying anything stupid. So it seems that the the drum loop is at 86. And right now I'm just gonna check for this, right? Let me see. So this says it's at 90, 91, all right? So we got 3 different BPMs here. We got 89 from the sequence, 90 from the sample, and what's the drum? 86 from the drums. So there's 3 different BPMs, and it's funny that they all work. I don't know, in my mind they work. You might think like, this is just too weird, let me get the hell out of this channel. And you know, but for me, it's such a pleasurable thing to get away from those, you know, kind of like those chains, man, those bars, you know, that kind of keep you in the loop all the time. This is definitely one of the things that I love about making beats, is that it can be so creative, even though you are always tied into a grid. If you listen to it, you'll hear that sometimes the main chord is hitting on a kick, then after some time is hitting on a snare, but everything is working, right? And we could bring in other samples and make this even more fun if we do. I just really love it. So let's kind of finish it off. I'm gonna test this theory of mine. So I'm just gonna bring in an extra sample, and let's see what we can do here. Let's just pick something. I think this works. So I don't want to mess this up too bad. I'm just going to go into a different sequence right here. And I'm going to play this, but I'm going to change the sequence right here to maybe have this set at 100 on the sequence. So the BPM is a new sequence. I'm going to play the tape, and I'm going to just... All right, so that's going to be playing along with the tape, and that should be recorded into this. And the delay, I think the delay is going to help. All right, cool, man. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think, honestly, at the end of the day, when you do this for 20 years sometimes, I don't know, me just being a creative person and just thinking of music as a creative escape, right? Not really trying to do anything aside just having fun and creating something new. That's why I make music. And you know, things like this, that's what sparks interest in me sometimes. You know, it's not really about the tech. It's not really about the, you know, losing time with EQing and all filters and stuff like that. To me, sometimes it's about this. It's about how I sequence things, how I push my sounds out, you know, how I put sounds together and how ideas can connect in that sense. It's more about arranging ideas than all this techniques and stuff like that, which, you know, it's good to know. It's good to understand all of that. And I suppose I had a lot of time to understand those things. Now I'm kind of just in a way of trying to find these conversations between sounds, you know, just be creative with it. So that's what really pushes me into making music. All right, subscribe to the channel, man. Have a great day.